creativity, building, coming up with new things that are functional and useful, adjectives, expressive fist clenching. What is going on again, Nerd Paraders? Thank you guys so much for coming back to hang out with me today. We're playing some more ARK Survival Evolved on the Aberration server once again. And we are at the blue base today. We're going to be doing a little bit of building on this base, as well as something a little unique today. We're going to have ARK Survival Evolved. Survival Evolved? Yes, Survival Evolved. Survival Evolved, yes. ARK Survival Evolved. We're going to be building on this base, and we're going to be talking a little bit about me and what's going on in my life, and what's going on with Nerd Parade, and what to expect from Nerd Parade. We're going to cover a bunch of bases, so get ready. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Insert random cliche here. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. Now, first and foremost, we're going to talk about why we're here at the blue base, and as well as building up a purple base. Now, normally we'd only go with one super base, but since PvP is very tame at the moment on this server, and we're going to be working towards more raiding and PvP type situations, we want to have multiple bases to do those PvP type situations. And that's why we're focusing our builds on not one but two bases. I'm focusing my builds on the purple zone where there's the no radiation. I think is a very good build spot. And here, because I want access to a gas node, this frickin' gas node, I can't be bothered to walk outside of my purple base and go looking for a gas node when I got one right here inside of my blue base. It's so nice and convenient. Absolutely the best spot ever. But yeah, that's another random reason why I wanted two bases. So two bases is at least what we're going to have, and we're going to be working on that today, as well as vlogisoding. So let me kick things off first things first and talk a little bit about myself. Before I do my intro, I am Nick. This is Nerd Parade. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me today. And we're going to be, before I talk about myself, we're going to be building our standard little current PvP meta build that I enjoy. I mean, yes, we are using S+. This will not necessarily be available to you on an official server, maybe yet. I've heard talks about S+ becoming like an official thing, so you may see some foundation walls. That would be cool. But these walls that I'm going to build now will work with vanilla structures. We've talked about it in previous episodes. They will work completely with vanilla structures, and it's a pretty effective... Oh, you suck. There we go. It's a pretty effective PvP build meta because it really makes it difficult to blow through with C4. So we're building one layer thick of this, and then doing a foundation wall here, and then one layer thick of this on the interior. We've done we did the purple base just like this. So if this is not what this episode is going to be about. If you're looking for that build meta, build design, check that one out. I'll put a card. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. LOL. I'm gonna put a card in here, and we'll stick it up here to the top. Right up there. If you're interested in seeing that base meta. In case that you might be new to the channel or something. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up the video, all that great stuff. Like how I segued into that I felt like it was smooth. Smooth beard stroke. Anyway, we're going to be building up our blue base just to reflect that same type of build meta. Because I like it. Feel like it's pretty good. You can go as many thick or as many deep phrasings, whatever, abundant, as many as you want with this type of... I always forget you got to... Whoops. Don't build during earthquake. You may regret this decision. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, I did it. It took all of my concentration to do that. And I got bumped out. Earthquakes are hard. Okay. I seriously should just sit here and wait for the earthquake to pass. You could do this as many layers as you want. You could really get super crazy with it on some official servers if you're interested in doing such a thing. I like this meta. Anyway, onward and forever upwards, we're building like this for the purposes of PvP. But for the sake of this video, when I talk about PvP, I'm going to be splitting it up. Now, PvP, there's going to be PvP. Left hand will represent PvP. And right hand will represent raiding. I know it's flip-flopped on the screen, but it's because my cam is mirrored. Anyway, raiding PvP. I just punched myself in the face. PvP rating. That feels really good. PvP. Okay. Persona versus persona. No, I'm not gonna make a joke. We're just gonna move on. I don't have anything for that. PvP is what I'm going to be referring to as open world style combat. Battles with dinos in the open field. Player versus dino. Dino versus dino. Something away from a base. Something away from a turret. That is PvP. Sniper battles, PvP. Raiding, bases, turrets, defenses, that kind of thing. So for the purposes of what we're going to talk about in this video, and probably for the remainder of Nerd Parade, I'm going to refer to the two as different entities because they are. And I believe, in my heart of hearts, I believe that the way that the devs are making the game, they want them to be two separate things. They want PvP to be had in the open world, away from bases, dino v dino, player sniper versus sniper battles, whatever. Consistently, what I'm consistently seeing over the course of me playing this game, and we're going to be talking a lot about this in today's episode, is raiding does not equal PvP. It seems to me, over the course of many hours playing this game, many fun hours, I might add, that don't let this sound like I'm on some kind of horrible negative rant against ARK. It seems like raiding is not ever going to be a focus in this game. That might come as a shock, or maybe raise some confusion. The reason why I say that is because the best thing about raiding in ARK, for the 2 years that I played this game, almost daily, the best thing about raiding in ARK was the creativity. And what I mean by the creativity is this is a builder game. This is, I mean, we're gonna throw out an M-bomb here. Kind of like Minecraft, you can create almost anything you can imagine, almost anything within certain limits. That is the draw of these creative types of survival games. Creativity, building, coming up with new things that are functional and useful, adjectives. Expressive fist clenching. Like, these are things that I feel like not only drew me into the game, but draw others into the game. That's what they're looking for, is to, like, a way to be creative and, you know, also PvP-ish. I don't know. Just be creative. Let's just leave it at that. So the thing that I used to love about PvP before it was abolished is creativity in PvP. You could almost always outbuild or outthink a situation. So in PvP, the best weapon was always your wits, or your creativity. I keep using the word creativity because it's a good one. It's always your wits. You could outthink most situations. You didn't always have to resort to the current meta, which the current meta in ARK raiding, not PvP, raiding, is soak. But even that has been wildly decreased due to heavy turrets and the nerf to stego absorption or durability or armor or what have you. That stegos can soak even less now than they could before the introduction of heavy turrets. Now, raiding was taking a very, at this time we're talking about moving a little bit into the past. Raiding was taking a kind of a turn for the worse. All the creative things that people were really enjoying, all the creative metas that we had liked to use in raids before, were going the way of the dinosaurs. Nicholas, you're so funny. You make such good puns. No, they were being removed. And those things, which we've done many a video on, I used to have, I think Nerd Parade was almost kind of iconic for this, were the Quetzals. The PvP Quetzals. My God, they were amazing, and I missed them so much. The tanking Quetzals, we did C4 Quetzal bombs, where we would plant C4 like all across a platform in front of it and fly them into structures and just demo so much. force feeding the Quetzals, like, I mean, I'm just solely talking about Quetzals here at the moment, but let's move away from that. We'll talk about Tyrannobombs, C4 on a Pteranodon, C4 on a player, multiple C4s. I know these are all things that you can turn off or on in your own server settings, so I could revert it all back to classic fun ARK rating, sure. And I might do a season on it, because to be perfectly frank with you, I'm fed up with the current state of raiding, not PvP. I like ARK PvP, it's still a lot of fun, but PvP I consider open world, like dino battles, sniper battles, things of that nature, stuff that doesn't involve bases and turrets. Raiding, I'm frustrated with. I'm very frustrated with ARK raiding, and that's why there hasn't been a whole heck of a lot of it on the channel. I said we're going to talk about Nerd Parade, and that's kind of what we're doing. I'm segueing into this, but just bear with me. Anywho, lost my train of thought. Where was I? Okay, anywho. Raiding had stopped being fun quite a while ago. All these things were getting patched out. Even galleys were getting, like, patched out. And what I like to do on the Nerd Parade servers, and what I've always done in the past, is try, outside of a few mods, which have caused us problems in the past, but outside of a few quality of life mods, such as Stack Mod and things like Automated Arc and S+, and like the reusable grapple hooks and things like that, I like to keep the raiding metas as vanilla as possible, so that they can benefit anybody that's interested in trying to reproduce them. So while it's like our breeding times and things like that might be faster, so that we could do more PvP, and gather rates faster so that we can do more things like PvP on Nerd Parade servers, I always strive to keep the PvP and raiding, I'm breaking my own rule, I'm sorry, keep the raiding over here as vanilla as possible, so that you guys could replicate it if you were ever interested. It would translate over to be the exact same on Xbox, PC, PS4, whatever the case. The raid metas would be more or less the same. Long sigh. I'm frustrated. Nerd Parade is frustrated. It just, raiding just sucks now. Candid Parade. Raiding just sucks. They took away everything that I thought was cool. They took away all my well, not just mine, everyone's. They took away all creativity. You can't outbuild any type of raid situation. You can still outbuild, like, PvP situations, but then it just translates over into, okay, they made a base and now we gotta raid it. You can't outbuild stuff. You can't use your wits. You can't outthink situations. You just soak turrets. Now, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not up. I mean, I'm surely not up on the aberration metas yet, which I'm excited to test out and hope to find some new ones. But with heavy turrets, with the reduction in stego, the nerf to stego damage reduction, so that now they take even more damage from turrets. I'm out of walls. From turrets, heavy turrets, where soaking was the only thing to really do. Soak, shield tank, put up some C4, just slowly, like, slam your face into a brick wall over and over and over again until you make some tiny bit of progress when it comes to raiding. It stopped being fun a long time ago. I don't like the way that has evolved. Survival devolved. Raiding used to be so much fun, so creative. Like, I was recanting some of the Tyrannobombs, the galley bombs. You could still kind of do it, and like I said before, I know I can revert server settings to the good old days, classic flyers, all that stuff. I know that there are mods and things around it, but I'm trying to be, like I said before, as vanilla-ish as possible, so that it translates well to everyone. If Nerd Parade does, this is how I'm going to talk about the future of Nerd Parade. If Nerd Parade ever does another PvP season, full on PvP, I think I have like a thing in my beard. I keep tugging at it. I think it's like one white hair. I know you can see it because I see it. Anyway, distraction. No, if Nerd Parade does another PvP, full on PvP server, I'm going to revert it. This is how what I'm talking about for the future of Nerd Parade. I don't like ARK raiding. I like ARK PvP. I like open world battles, open world dino stuff, unless Aberration does something that blows my mind when it comes to raiding, which I don't necessarily foresee. I'm sure I probably would have heard rumors about something crazy by now. Raiding is simply player versus turret. Over here, we're talking about raiding, not PvP, raiding. I keep doing this to kind of like try to separate the two. Raiding, it's simply player versus turret. Player versus structure, whatever you want to call it. It lost a lot of flair. Lost a lot of flair. It stopped being fun, started being really tedious when I keep going back to this. I don't necessarily mean to, but this is for me. Comment below, tell me if you share my feelings, but it started to lose a lot of its flair. The more of our creativity, the more that Wildcard took away from our creativity in raiding, the less fun it was. The less fun it became. Slowly. It was chipped away at. It wasn't all at once, but it was slowly chipped away at, because in my heart of hearts, I truly truly believe that Wildcard does not want ARK to be a raiding game. Wildcard does not want ARK to be a destroy base game. PvP is fine. PvP, open world, go out, shoot some people in the face, munch some people with some dinos, cool. But bases, unless for some reason, like this is the thing that kind of always gets me. Unless for some reason you happen to be a brand new player, then forget about it. Prepare to have your beehole stretched out, because you're going to have a bad time unless you're starting on a brand new server and everybody's like equivalent with you. But if you have a built-up base, I feel like Wildcard wants you to be able to keep that base forever and ever and ever and protect it with heavy turrets that do so much damage, and you'll never be able to lose it, and everybody's going to be happy and have their awesome bases forever, and nothing's ever going to happen to them. Like, that's kind of the way I feel like it. I mean, please be sure to comment your opinions below. Obviously, this video just reflects simply my opinion and my current state of thinking, but this is where I'm sitting at after doing many seasons of raiding, many seasons of, well, ARK in general, many thousands of hours playing this game, for 2 years consistently, almost daily playing this game. This is kind of where I sit, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, and for this long-winded ARK Survival vlog, is because I get a lot of questions. When are we going to see PvP? When are you going to do another PvP season? And I don't really have a good answer for that. We're going to be doing PvP on Aberration, but raiding, PvP and raiding, if you're talking about PvP, I'll organize some PvP. We'll get some great, crazy battle royales. We'll get a bunch of people set up with like a bunch of dinos. We'll have some open world combat. It could be awesome. Raiding, on the other hand, is something completely different, and that is what has just... That's what I've been talking about this entire episode. That is where I am trying to separate, because I believe the two should really be separated. Raiding in ARK, in my opinion, base raiding is dead. Unless some massive changes happen, it's gone. Creativity... The loss of creativity in raiding, it killed it. I held out hope for a while. I always had faith in Wildcard. I tried to roll with the changes pretty optimistically. I actually still really like the turret limiter for that purpose. I mean, and again, comment your feelings below. Feel free to disagree with me. Let me know what your opinions are. I almost feel like there should be super official, super accelerated raiding only servers with like different settings. The worlds of PvE or PvE and PvP meeting raiding, that it's just not working in ARK anymore. It's just not working. Don't look at me to say this is what I think that should be done. I have a ton of ideas of what I think would be like great to fix it, but this is just one man's opinion. This is just one man's opinion. But feel free to give me yours in the comments below. I'm very much looking forward to hearing what your opinions are on the current situation of ARK raiding, not PvP. Again, I can't stress that enough that those are separate. Give me your opinions on ARK raiding. To me, it's lost all its allure. It's lost all its sense of enjoyment. And I just simply don't like doing it anymore. Holy long walk for a short drink of water, Nicholas. I'm segueing into what are the future predictions for Nerd Parade. And that is simply, I'm going to try to speed this up because I've rambled a lot. It's been Ramble Parade right now. But it is a survival vlogisode. I'm going to be doing a lot more things in Nerd Parade that I think are fun. I don't like the grind that is raiding. I don't like sitting in front of a base for 4 hours, 5 hours, even I'm talking about on accelerated servers, weeks on official servers, slamming my face into my desk, hoping to make some kind of progress, or just waiting until the turrets are soaked so that we can move up and up with some C4. Not fun. Not fun for me anymore. We did it for a long time. PvP, I'm looking forward to having some actual PvP. Battle Royale stuff, we might organize some events for that. That would be something very cool, but it would be like server event wise. We're going to organize a bunch. If I did do another PvP raiding server over here, if I did another raiding server, it would probably be reverted to something classic. I would do something super custom. Like I said, I don't claim to have all the answers on how to necessarily fix raiding at ARK, but I do have a good idea of what I would like to see. And I believe what a lot of other people out there would share my opinion on this. So in the future, I'll be creating some kind of crazy custom. Nerd Parade has had some crazy ideas in the past. Game of Obelisks, Future Evolved, all these things, which are more or less, I mean, some had great response, some definitely did not. But I've said this before, I'm going to say this again, Nerd Parade and I will never be afraid to try new things, ever. Sure, a lot of things flopped. Game of Obelisk flopped a little bit. Future Evolved flopped a little bit. But I never regret trying new things, and I will continue to do so. So that leads me into, that mentality leads me into this. Trying let's say Nerd Parade's classic PvP raiding server, which will probably be the future of Nerd Parade's ARK life. Now, that you've also probably noticed, I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal life now. You probably also noticed that I'm playing other games on the channel as well. That's because Nerd Parade is and will always be a gaming channel. It will not be a one-trick pony. I love all types of games, and I will continue to play all types of games, no matter what our situation is. I need to put that down first. So no matter what our situation is. So if for whatever reason, ARK raiding, almost caught myself messing up, has some massive evolution change where its creativity is back, all of a sudden it's fun again, that will breathe a lot of life back into ARK for me. Aberration has really brought a lot of life back into it just because it's new and shiny. I'm afraid, though, that once that new and shiny wears off, that it's going to fall back into where it was. Because PvE is fun, maybe one time around. And then after that, it's in-game. You're looking for something else to do. And that's when PvP shines. That's when it's okay, that's fun. So that's why Nerd Parade servers in the past have always been historically super accelerated, so you can get to that end-game PvP zone or raiding zone, either or, both hands go up with this one, that in-game battle zone where you can engage in fighting with other players as quickly as possible. I need more freaking ceilings now. As quickly as possible, because that's what that has been the basis of the season. It's for people that have already gone through the PvE once and are looking for, let's say, some more replay value in the game. But now we're going to talk about me again. So I've been playing other games, obviously, on the channel, stuff that I personally think is fun and I've been enjoying, and there's going to be a lot more of that on the channel. I'm not just going to continue to play through something that I don't necessarily enjoy. I am enjoying Aberration ARK right now, and I will continue to enjoy it, and we'll play through. But back to talking about my personal life. If you haven't clicked off of this video, You are an awesome person. I tend to get a little rambly when I'm talking about my personal life, but I want to make sure that this is, well, talk about my thoughts and then segue into my personal life. TLDL, Too Long Didn't Listen. Nerd Parade in 2018 will be focusing a lot more on fun stuff that I personally find fun. New content, meaning new games, probably. Enjoying what I do play when I play it. The potential for a brand new ARK season to breathe some life back into raiding after my raid rant. That's a good name for it. And I need to. Oh, one other thing. I was actually trying to think. I was losing my train of thought. No. As well, I was playing with my mustache. I don't know why. It's like my tick. I like to play with it. I like to twirl it. I'm gonna stop now. You may have noticed, those dedicated nerd paraders out there, you guys may have noticed a bit of a change in my upload schedule. Now, I have consistently uploaded at 10 a.m. an ARK video, Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. a 7 Days to Die video. But that schedule has been slightly off lately. And that isn't due to any, nothing bad is happening with the Nerd Parade channel. I've got a couple of comments asking, what's going on? Is everything all right with you? Yes, everything is all right. Just to clear the air here, my mother is, I have family visiting from out of town. My mother is in town, and I haven't seen my mother. We talk almost every day, every other day on the phone, but my mother lives still in Indiana, where I live in Florida, and I haven't seen my mother in a face-to-face in about 2 years. So she's in town. She's spending time with me, spending time with Karen, getting to know Karen. She hasn't had a lot of interaction with Karen, who is my girlfriend. In case you guys don't know, we've done videos together on the channel. Spending time with me, getting to know Karen, and family in real life has had to come as a slight priority. Doing 2 videos a day is very, very taxing. It's a lot harder than you would think it is to make sure all that stuff is rendered, ready, edited. It's a lot goes into it that's just kind of like the behind the scenes stuff that doesn't really ever get acknowledged or appreciated. So I'm going to do the best that I can to maintain that, but it may not be an everyday thing. If we happen to get a 2 per day, great. I'm going to strive for it. But if we don't get it, we don't get it. But there will always be at least 1 video uploaded per day. So I'm excited to talk about that. But this video, I feel like, has gone off the ramble deep end. And I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind the insight into my thoughts, into my survival. What do I call it? ARK Survival Evolved. I don't know. I forgot what it was. But it's a rant. It's my rating rant. My complaints with the state of the game as it currently is, and what I plan to do about it for not only you guys, the Nerd Paraders, my community, but for myself to boost, to bring back what I enjoyed so much. So anyway, guys, don't be shy in the comments. Let me know what you think. Give me all of your opinions, all of your feedback, because that is something that I pay very, very close attention to, and it will help influence what's to come in the classic Nerd Parade Classic rating PvP season that could be coming for the survival of evolving. We're nerd evolving the ARK together. But anyway, guys, if you find yourself enjoying this rant on rating, the current situation, my current situation, the ARK Survival Vlog, that's what it was, ARK Survival Vlogisode, please remember to smash that thumbs up button for me. Let me know that you like this stuff. If this is your very first Nerd Parade video, welcome. It's not usually this vloggy, this word diarrhea, opinionated, ranting, whatever you want to. It's usually more fun and crazy shenanigans. But I hope you enjoyed enough anyway to smash that subscribe button. Greatly appreciated. Most importantly of all, though, Nerd Paraders, each one of you out there, this is the most important takeaway. Remember to take care of yourselves. I truly mean this. Stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next episode, guys. Later.